world needs more female DMs. I'm not just saying that because I'm a girl, but I am saying that because I'm a girl. Here's why. Do you want your favorite nerdy pastime to be only in the hands of men? I want to say in how this hobby evolves. Not that I'd change much, but I'd love to walk into the local hobby shop to buy minis without all the boys gawking at me like I'm a four-headed alien. But that's just me. Also, it's a true story. But honestly, we just need more DMs, period. If everyone gives DMing a shot and gets more comfortable behind the screen, then more people can play, because the DM is the most important player. Universally, there are two reasons that people become a DM. The first one, because someone has to. And the second one, because you have stories to tell. So help your fellow nerds out. Why else does the world need more female DMs? Because nobody cares if you have a vagina. If people are rude or start treating you weird because you're a female dungeon master, then look at them in the eye and dare them to do better. Being a DM takes courage. It takes prep work. It takes balls. Fun facts, you can probably do this better. Obviously, this is not true for everyone, and we're not trying to be sexist in this video. But if you look at studies done, scrub all the forums out there, there are some things that female DMs just do better than male DMs, and vice versa. One of those things is that you know how to tell a story. Now, just think about culturally for a minute what it's like being a female. Our teenage years taught us that we know how to gossip. And while I hope you don't gossip like a teenager anymore, it's still storytelling. You also can probably make characters feel more real. Culturally speaking, again, females are a little bit more emotional than men. We have an easier time empathizing with others, and honestly, that could be considered one of our strengths. You'll be able to portray characters and give them meaningful, emotional reaction while you're DMing. Another thing I found is that female DMs tend to give more side quests. This is honestly great. You really do need a break from the main challenge sometimes. Maybe you just want to have something fun to do. For instance, take Abria's pageant idea in Exandria Unlimited. That was just a little side quest to the main story. Bad news bears. There's some things you gotta work on. Obviously, voices. We have a limited vocal range. You'll have to work on accents, or just don't, or only play females. Female DMs tend to follow the rules to a T, and that's not always the best way. Again, this is just a trend I saw, not like strict fact. I don't have numbers to back this up, but keeping this in mind while you're DMing is a good thing. The rules are more just guidelines anyway.
The code is more what you'd call guidelines than actual rules.
The other thing you're going to need to work on is keeping people in line at the table. But you need to do it without being overbearing or without apologizing too much. So fun fact, even if you have a penis, your players will berate you. That's a strong word. They're gonna challenge you. But that's because it's a game and they want to win. So don't apologize for making those tough calls. Just make them. You're the DM. I know this is a very targeted video, but I'd like to clarify, I have personally never felt attacked while being a DM. My gender has never come up at the table, nor have I let it influence the game in any negative way. No one has treated me differently because of it. Just remember, every DM has to start somewhere, and every DM is pretty bad to start. But the main difference between you and most DMs is that you actually started. So girls, I encourage you to DM. You can do that by following the steps in this video, which will help you run a one-shot.